Hello friends, welcome to Perfection IAS Mains Model Answer Discussion. In today's model answer discussion, we are going to discuss model answer for geography question of 2022 UPSC Mains. Today's question is examine the potential of wind energy in India and explain the reason for the limited spatial spread. So this question contains two parts. So the structure of the question should be like, first you have to write the introduction. In introduction, you can give some of the data related to India's wind energy potential and capacity. Then the body contain two parts. In first part, you have to write about the potential of India, wind energy potential of India, and in second part, you have to explain the reason for limited spatial spread. And in conclusion, you can conclude this question with some positive aspect about wind energy potential in India. So this should be the structure of this question. So let us move on to introduction. In introduction, you can give the data like according to National Institute of Wind Energy, India's wind energy potential is 302 gigawatts. So this is actual potential of India, but now we are generating only 48 gigawatt. Now our wind energy capacity is only 48 gigawatt. So we have lot of scope to scale up the wind energy production. And India is the fourth biggest wind power producer in the world, and it also have enormous potential. So this is the introduction for this question. In introduction, try to include the facts for this kind of question. Okay, you can use the fact, use your fact in introduction, and in body part you can also the facts for substantiating your points. So let us move on to body part. So the first part is total potential of wind energy in India. The first potential is regional potential. Different region of India have different wind energy potential. So in India, we have many region which have a huge potential for wind energy generation. Some of this region including Western Ghats region, Western Ghats and Southern Coastal region. So these are the important region which have the potential for wind energy generation. The second thing is offshore. India also have a significant potential for offshore wind energy generation due to the availability of 7,516 kilometer of coastline. India also have the potential for producing wind power around the offshore of India, so which can be harnessed through development of offshore wind farms. So this is also the important potential. And one more thing is low maintenance cost. So once a wind farm is installed successfully, there is very less maintenance cost for maintaining the wind energy. Okay, wind energy power plant. For maintaining hydro power plant and solar power plant, we need lot of we need to invest lot of maintenance cost, but maintenance is very minimum for this wind energy power plant. And another thing is abundant resources. Already we had discussed, India have 302 gigawatt of hydro energy potential. So now we are producing only 48 gigawatt. So we have lot of scope to scale up our wind energy production due to the abundant availability of resources. So another thing is flexibility. Wind energy can be produced or it can be combined. Wind energy power plant can be combined with other renewable source of energy, like we can integrate wind energy plus solar energy. So wind energy will provide a scope for flexibility. We can also integrate other type of renewable energy like solar energy power plant to with wind energy, so which make it versatile energy source. We can get energy 365 days, because in some days the speed of the wind will be very low. So during that time, it is not possible for us to generate power through windmills. So during that time, it will be compensated by solar power, solar panel, which were placed on top of the windmill. So it provide a opportunity for flexibility. And another thing is increasing in demand. Now in rural area also, people are consuming more energy for agriculture and for the household activity. So wind energy will provide a scope for providing energy to the rural India. And another thing is technological advancement. Recently, Indian government is focusing on various technological advancement of wind turbine and developing more efficient turbine, which is capable of generating more power with more power during the time of less wind also. Okay, so this technology advancement also have wide scope for wind power generation and cost effective. So compared to solar energy and other renewable energy like hydro and geothermal power plant, the production cost of wind mill is very less. So wind energy is one of the cost effective renewable energy production. So these are the main possibilities. So main potential of wind energy power plant in India. Next, we will discuss the second part of the question. In second part, you have to discuss about the limited spatial spread. Means in India, windmills are located only in specific location. Okay, so we have to discuss the reason for limited spatial spread of windmills. So first thing is limited land availability. In India, there is a shortage of land. Many lands were converted for industrial purpose, and in rural area many land were employed for agriculture activities. So because of this shortage of land, it is very difficult for windmill companies to install a windmill project. So this is the important reason. So wherever there is availability of excess availability of land, there were many windmill. Wherever there is a limited availability of land, there is very limited windmill. So limited availability of land is a important reason. Second thing is infrastructure challenges. India's wind energy sector faces various infrastructure challenges like lack of transmission line. We don't have separate transmission line for windmills and inadequate grid connectivity. We can easily connect the non-renewable source of energy to Indian power grid, but it is very difficult to connect. We don't have that much infrastructure to connect the electricity which we are producing through windmill to India's power grid. So these are the main challenges for the limited reason for the limited spatial spread and the lack of government support. So government is concentrating more on solar power. Okay, so because solar power is very less, we can install a solar power plant with minimum cost. But for installing a windmill, we need huge financial resource. So because of that, government is giving lots of subsidies and doing promotion for solar power plant only. So lack of government support is also a reason for this limited spatial spread. And one more thing is environmental concerns. Environmental concerns. So a wind farm can have a negative impact on environment. Okay, so it create a noise pollution, and it's also create a visual impact, and it also threaten the bird species. So because of that, many environmental activists and the local community also opposing the wind plants in many of the region. Next thing is concentration in certain states. India has vast coastline and high wind potential, but majority of the wind farm project is located in very few states like Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra. Even though other states like Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, these states too have had a huge potential for wind power, but government are not focusing. Okay, so only even though India contains 7,516 kilometer of coastline. Only few coastal states like Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra are concentrating more on wind power. So these were the major reason for the limited spatial spread of windmill. So now you can conclude the question by saying wind energy has significant potential in India and has the potential to play a major role in meeting country's energy need, and it is expected to be a key driver of sustainable economic growth and development in future. So for every question you have to conclude with the positive notes. Okay, you are going to become a civil servant, so you should see every challenges in a positive note. Because of that, in conclusion, always try to include some positive aspect. So that's all for today's model answer discussion. We will discuss some other topic on tomorrow. Thanks for watching Perfection IAS.